With the Marauder being one of my favorite demons from the Doom Eternal battle mode, I do have to say with its fast agility and its quickness around the map, it is probably one of the best demons in my opinion because you're able to get so up close and personal with the Doomslayer. But the Marauder does have a pretty big downfall in that its health is kind of low compared to the other demons, but that's why you have to be really strategic when it comes to playing as a Marauder, and that's what we're going to be discussing here in this video today, as how you can improve your strategy and skill with the Marauder in Doom Eternal battle mode. Before we get started though, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would smash Doomslayer smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so that way you guys can be updated when my videos go live, and that way you guys don't miss any more Doom Eternal gameplay and content. I'm going to be focusing on 3 areas of improvement that most players can have when playing as the Marauder. And the 3 areas are going to be number 1, the offense and attacking with the Marauder, number 2, maneuvering with the Marauder, and number 3, the abilities the Marauder has at his disposal. So starting with number 1 is offense and attacking. So the Marauder is extremely good at getting up in the Slayer's face with also having the ability to attack from a distance. With the Marauder having lower amounts of health compared to other demons, you have to play very strategically. Knowing when to attack, guns blazing, and knowing when you need to back off is a must if you want to slay the Slayer. When getting up and close and personal with the Slayer, you need to use both the super shotgun and the battle axe when attacking the Slayer. The battle axe does a good amount of damage when hitting the Slayer directly, but the battle axe also has a small area effect that does a smaller amount of damage if you don't hit the Slayer directly. The super shotgun is good at blasting the Slayer with some of his own medicine. While it is not as effective as the super shotgun the Slayer can use, you should remember that when you're up in the Slayer's face, give him a good dose of what the super shotgun feels like, because the Slayer dang well will let you know what the super shotgun feels like if you give him the opportunity. When your health starts to get low and you need to back off, don't fear, because you will still be able to do a decent amount of damage and take out the Slayer via the battle axe. Once you get a really good feel of the battle axe and how the battle axe flies in the air and how you can lead the Slayer, you'll be able to pull off those crazy across the map snipes. And man, there is nothing more satisfying than when you're in the middle of a match, your health is low, the Slayer's dumpstering all the demons around you, and you pull off across the map snipe to take out the Slayer and win the game for your team. So I highly recommend that you guys practice with the super shotgun and the battle axe to understand how each of them functions and how the Marauder can use them to the best of his ability. The second area of focus with the Marauder is maneuvering. This is where the Marauder shines because of how extremely fast and agile he is around the battlefield. The Marauder has a very similar amount of maneuverability as the Slayer, such as the Marauder's dash and movement speed. But the Marauder is not able to swing like the Slayer is. When maneuvering with the Marauder, you need to remember to use the map to your advantage, for example, such as jumping around a corner, blocking the Slayer's shot, and preventing you from taking a lot of damage in the middle of a fight. The second way to use the Marauder's maneuverability is to try to always get behind the Slayer and deal out some damage before you take a super shotgun blast to the face. The Marauder is fast enough to get behind the Slayer while he's caught up in the heat of the battle, and once you're behind the Slayer, you can start chunking away at the Slayer's health before he decides to turn around and give you the old 1-2 punch to the face, which is going to happen more likely than not, but at least you get to do a little bit of damage to him. Another great tip when maneuvering with the Marauder is to move and dash as much as you possibly can. Doom Eternal is built around being extremely fast-paced and requires you to use your maneuverability skills to your advantage. To be successful with the Marauder, you always need to stay on the move, otherwise you're going to be a good and easy target for an experienced Doomslayer. The third area of focus is going to be on the abilities. When playing as a demon in general, you need to use your abilities to your advantage, because if you don't, the Slayer will cut you down like a fried turkey on Thanksgiving. When playing as a demon, you get the option to spawn other demons to do your bidding. And well, even though those demons may be dumber than a box of rocks, they can provide a much needed distraction, which you can capitalize on. If you're able to spawn the demons right next to the Slayer so that they start causing damage to the Slayer, he may end up panicking and making a mistake, which you can also capitalize on and possibly win the fight over. The Marauder also has a demon dog / wolf that he can spawn, which will chase down the Slayer and try to take a big old bite out of those massive biceps, which is another great way that you can acquire some much needed damage. Don't forget to use the other demon abilities though, such as the loop blocking, shield, and spawnable damage zone, which all have their benefits and will help you slay the Slayer, especially if you're able to properly time the loop blocking when the Slayer has low health and he has no way to heal in the heat of the battle until that block is over. You can have a possibility of taking him out much sooner. The last little bit of helpful information is about the in-between round ability selection. I recommend you take the time to figure out which abilities suit your playstyle and practice with them, and learn when the abilities are most useful. Being a really good Doom player will take time and many games dying over and over before you build up your skills to start becoming the epic player you're meant to be. So get out there and start slaying. Thank you guys for staying for this entire video, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure that you Doomslayer punch that like button, and if you didn't enjoy this video, make sure you Doomslayer punch that dislike button. Don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. If you guys would like to follow my social medias, they're all in the description below. And like always, guys, do good, do have fun, and do be kind. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.